Okay guys, welcome to day 9 of my daily vlogs. Today we're going to get into, for anyone that's viewing this video, technically one of the more, I guess you could say, exciting topics, not even just recently, just if I'm looking at what I'm going to be doing, right, then it's one of the more exciting topics of what I'm going to talk about in this entire journey through these 40 days. I say exciting because, in a sense that it's probably the more interesting, I guess is a better word, topics of conversation between me and Chrissy, but it's really obviously more, it's really hard for me to talk about. But anyway, so what I'm going to get to today is, I previewed it on Tuesday, is the first fight between me and Chrissy. I had gone into it a little bit at the end of Tuesday's vlog when I said that the basis of this first fight was the fact that I had lied to Chrissy about when I had my first kiss, that I told her that I hadn't had one, that I hadn't kissed a girl until then, until I kissed her. And obviously I was lying. So the problem wasn't even just the fact that I had kissed someone else before her. Obviously she didn't really care that much because we didn't know each other at the time. It was way before I'd met her, but it's the fact that I lied to her. What you have to realize is that even before we started dating, when we were still just friends, the reason that we were pretty close, that she liked me so much, was the fact that she could trust me. The fact that, we could trust each other about things that we didn't really tell anybody else. I have to talk a little bit about the fact that when we were friends, Chrissy told me a story about how the last time she was close with a guy, she had put a lot of trust into this guy, a lot of faith into this guy, and it came back to bite her. It came back to haunt her, and it was hard after that for her to trust someone that she didn't really know, which is why it was so surprising that we became really quick and close friends. But yeah, so the fact that I had lied to her, that I had hadn't just told her the truth, really upset her. And obviously I understood that. I wasn't very proud of it. I don't even know. I wish I could tell you why I said it to begin with, but I really don't know. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. And it didn't help that, when we did start fighting, she was always, she was getting pretty defensive and started talking about how, how much trust she put into me, really early on, and that she thought that, I was different, that I was someone that she could trust. And I just really, that was one of my worser days. I went back and argued something really stupid. And something that didn't even make sense. While we were fighting, when we were basically yelling, I had brought up the point that I probably haven't stated this, but you might be able to infer that, me being of Asian descent and her not, her being white, kind of really brought up some interesting topics. I could have gotten into it yesterday when I was talking about our age difference and how, more people at first glance obviously probably saw a white girl and an Asian guy more than an older girl and a younger guy, because it's harder to tell age, whereas it's not as hard to tell skin tone. But so, I had gotten into a point where I said that I just, it was a stupid argument. I just said that that she had brought it up one time, and she wasn't even saying really anything about it. She just was trying to joke about it, and I brought that up during the time we were fighting, and she just wouldn't have any of it. After that spat, she just wouldn't talk anymore. And I really can't blame her, obviously. Even after I said that, I already realized, I'm like, what the hell was I even saying? I was just saying something to say something. And, I already knew that, obviously, that it was my fault. I wasn't, trying to argue anything against that. I was just really stupid. And so, for the next few days, I had tried to try to figure out a way, not only to just apologize, but to attempt to mend fences, attempt to fix everything. Because what you have to understand is that I already knew that I was at fault. I already knew that I needed to fix it, because that first fight was so bad that, it already felt like it could have been the end. And when you think about it, it's not even just the end of the relationship, it's the end of a friendship. And the only thing I could say was kind of redeeming about myself at that time was the fact that I realized that, this was so much more than just us, being okay, going back to dating again. It's just the fact that I needed to make everything right, because she wasn't just my girlfriend, she was my best friend. And that if I didn't make this up, if we stopped talking to each other, then in 2009, if I'd lost her at that time, I'd have no one. And that killed me. That's why I realized so quickly that I was stupid for everything, really. For saying all that stuff, and that I needed to do something really, really good, really something to save this. Even if it just meant going back to being friends, even if I couldn't save, if I couldn't save the relationship, I had to save the friendship at least, because I had grown really close to Chrissy in like, you know, the however many months we had known each other. So what, 7 months by then. So, you know, I took it to myself, you know, I was like, that's why I called her so many times, that's why I tried to get in touch with her so many times over the course of that week. And, you know, it was just something where, like, it's that moment, like in a movie, where I had that epiphany that it was all or nothing, that there was something I had to do. And on that note, I know you're probably like, God damn it. But that's where I'm going to leave this story off today. I'll probably just get to the aftermath of that tomorrow. I won't leave you hanging this time, unlike how I put something filler between our first kiss and our first fight. And yeah. Anyway, that's it for today. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that you've enjoyed this entire story, this entire journey I've been taking you through so far. And you know, for all of you that are watching, thank you. Definitely from the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching as I recall all these events of something that you can already kind of see that has already started to change. That already started to change me back then, and has definitely changed how I am today. And yeah, until tomorrow, see ya.